Charles Frank Mangione, born on November 29, 1940, in Rochester, New York, was a renowned American flugelhorn player, trumpeter, and composer. Raised in a musically inclined Italian-American family, Mangione was drawn to jazz from a young age. His parents, who ran a grocery store, were avid fans of the genre, and this environment helped shape his early love for music. He started with piano lessons during elementary school, but after being inspired by the film Young Man with a Horn, he switched to the trumpet. Alongside his brother Gap, a pianist, he formed a band during high school and had the opportunity to play with jazz greats like Dizzy Gillespie and Miles Davis. Mangione's formal music training took place at the Eastman School of Music in Rochester, where he studied from 1958 to 1963. It was during this period that he began playing the flugelhorn, an instrument that would become his signature. His professional career gained significant momentum when he joined Art Blakey's Jazz Messengers, stepping into a role previously held by jazz luminaries such as Clifford and Freddie Hubbard. This association positioned him firmly in the jazz scene of the 1960s. In the early stages of his career, Mangione and his brother formed the Mangione Brothers Sextet, and later the Quintet, recording 3 albums with Riverside Records. His composition, Something Different, from this period was notably recorded by Cannonball Adderley for the 1961 album African Waltz, highlighting Mangione's early promise as a composer. During the late 1960s, he also became part of the band National Gallery, which released a unique album based on the works of painter Paul Klee. From 1968 to 1972, Mangione returned to Eastman School as the director of its jazz ensemble, all while continuing to compose and perform. In 1970, he recorded Friends in Love, an ambitious project that blended jazz with orchestral arrangements, performed live with the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra. It was a groundbreaking effort that illustrated his creative range. His collaborations with saxophonist Jerry Nyewood in the 1970s gained widespread popularity, both on stage and in the studio. The song Bolivia, recorded during this partnership, earned Mangione his first Grammy Award in 1977 for Best Instrumental Composition. The track later became a beloved theme for WHASDV's school closing announcements during severe weather events, such as the blizzard of 1978. Throughout the latter part of the 1970s, Mangione formed another well-received ensemble with musicians Chris Vidala, saxophone and flute, Grant Geisman guitar, Charles Meeks bass, and James Bradley Jr. drums. This lineup recorded Feels So Good, the album that propelled Mangione to international fame. The title track, an infectious jazz pop instrumental, reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1978, a rare feat for an instrumental song. It became one of the most recognizable melodies of the era and is widely regarded as his signature piece. Fun and Games and The Children of Sanchez soundtrack followed, with the latter winning Mangione a second Grammy in 1979 for Best Pop Instrumental Performance. The soundtrack, composed for the film The Children of Sanchez starring Anthony Quinn, further established Mangione as a crossover artist capable of bridging jazz, pop, and cinematic composition. Mangione's music also played a role in major global events. His composition, Chase the Clouds Away, was featured during the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal, while Give It All You Got served as the official theme for the 1980 Winter Olympics in Lake Placid. He performed the song live during the closing ceremonies, reaching an international audience and further cementing his reputation as a musician who could transcend genres and venues. Despite his success in music, Mangione also pursued opportunities in television. He made guest appearances on shows such as Magnum, P.I. and Sharon, Lois and Bram's Elephant Show. However, he became widely known to a new generation through his recurring role on the animated series King of the Hill. On the show, Mangione played a fictionalized version of himself, humorously cast as the spokesman for the fictional Mega Low Mart. When the showrunners approached him before the series premiere in 1997, he accepted the role and appreciated the renewed exposure his music received as a result. In fact, he was so fond of the show that his 2000 album Everything for Love included a track titled Peggy Hill, a nod to one of the series' main characters. Mangione's music was often described as accessible yet sophisticated, blending jazz improvisation with melodic sensibilities that appealed to a wide audience. He was a master at making jazz feel approachable without losing its artistic depth. His 60th birthday concert in 2000, held at the Eastman Theater in his hometown, raised over $50,000 for St. John's Nursing Home, reflecting his ongoing commitment to his community. After a career spanning more than 6 decades, over 30 albums, and multiple Grammy wins, Mangione left behind a legacy defined by innovation, warmth, and crossover success. His contributions to jazz and popular music were profound, and he managed to bring the flugelhorn into the mainstream in a way few had done before. He inspired not only jazz aficionados, but also casual music fans with his memorable melodies and heartfelt performances. On July 22, 2025, Charles Mangione passed away peacefully in his sleep at his home in Rochester, New York. He was 84 years old. His death marked the end of an era, but his music continues to resonate with audiences across generations. From the concert halls of Eastman to Olympic stadiums and animated sitcoms, Mangione's influence was far-reaching, and his joyful, soulful sound remains timeless. At the of his demise, Charles had an estimated net worth of $10 million, which he accumulated it from his career, endorsements, and other business ventures. And with that, thanks for watching, share with friends, and please subscribe for more videos.